Hi everyone, I'm Lightwave Val. Today we had Title Update 5 dropped on us by Ubisoft for Ghost Recon Wildlands, and as usual, as I normally do, I'm going to take you through the patch notes today and we'll see what is new. So this dropped this morning, the day I'm posting the video, June 28th, and was between sort of 5 and 9 gigabytes of patch for a bit smaller for PC, a bit larger for the consoles, and they've updated a few things. They've added some new features in. I played a little bit today to play the weekly challenges as I do every week for you, so videos of that will be posted soon as I normally do, but let's take a look in detail at what they say they've changed. The odd thing is this week or this month they've not posted them in a blog post, which they normally do. They've posted them on the forum. Maybe a blog post will follow and it'll be in a nicer format, but for now we've just got this on the forum and it doesn't look honestly like there's very much to go through. So I will take you through it so you can listen to me rather than have to read, but you can read along as well if you'd like to. The link for these patch notes, by the way, will be down in the description below if you'd like to check it out yourself. So let's get stuck in and see what they have to say. Title Update 5 patch notes. Here's the detailed list of fixes and improvements coming with Title Update 5 on PC and consoles on June 28th, with the PC specific ones at the end. User interface. The reason for detection is now displayed above the minimap. Okay, so guys, I've seen this in gameplay today. Now you'll get, instead of it just turning amber and saying hunted, or turning red and saying engaged, you will get things like you've been seen, or you're actively being engaged, or whatever else. That there are different types of messages, so it's a little bit more descriptive. It shows you a little bit more about what you can expect from that mini-map in the corner and the status, so that's kind of a useful little thing. It'll take a little bit to get used to and work out what the different messages are, but that's a good change in my book. Gameplay fixed a bug where the player could not use the drone or binoculars after using the medic drone to heal. So I've come across a bug definitely where you can't use the drone or binoculars at certain times. I'd never been able to pinpoint what it was that triggered it. I don't know if this fixes that, but they've clearly fixed a problem with using the drone and binoculars, so that's got to be good. Fixed a bug where vehicles would take low damage when shot from a long distance. Is that saying that there was a bug where the vehicle would take low damage when shot from a long distance and it's now fixed so that it takes regular damage, or that it should never have taken regular damage and it will now take low damage if shot from a long distance? I hope it's the latter. That would make more sense. You tend to get sort of your bullets will be travelling slower over a longer distance and have less of an impact, so hopefully if you're shot from a distance, maybe by a sniper or a helicopter, then hopefully you'll take less damage. We'll see what that does. Corrected a bug where the Stoner LMG folded buttstock would be described with an incorrect location in the loadout. Corrected a bug where Whisper Pistol had no silencer and would alarm NPCs if player used it. I've seen this reported a lot, people saying I've got the Whisper and it's useless, it doesn't work, it's letting people know when I'm around and I'm using it, so they fixed that. It's obviously now a silent pistol, properly silent as it should be. Audio, an unusual noise was heard near a ruined hut. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so that sounds like a teaser for something new perhaps. We had a teaser, I think it was in Title Update 4, about the Yeti, where it said something strange has been seen lurking in the mountains or something, and that was for the Yeti set of challenges that we ended up doing in Inca Mina, so this could be just a little teaser. Maybe something we need to listen out for if we're near a ruined hut. Could be anywhere, but who knows. Interesting. Fixed a bug where the M9 handgun would sound the same with or without a suppressor. Fair enough. Narco Road fixed a bug where the follower icon would be missing when in the TAC map. Good. I'd noticed that it was difficult to work out your follower count, and you sort of pause and you go in the TAC map and you have a look. Couldn't find it anywhere, so hopefully that's fixed that. Fallen Ghosts fixed a bug where the player would be detected by NPCs when shooting at long distance with a crossbow. Weird. Okay, good. That can only be good. Now to PC specific fixes for you PC players. Fixed a bug where excessive lighting would occur in certain weather types in the Fallen Ghosts expansion when the enhanced God Rays option was enabled. Fixed a bug where selecting the left-handed mouse option would display the right click for fast travel on the TAC map instead of left click. so that's good for you lefties. Fixed a bug where an Xbox One controller would lose input if the controller was disconnected while the game was unfocused. Fair enough, sounds good. Fixed a bug where the mouse click was not displayed for the skills shortcut in the command wheel. Fixed a bug where a pop-up related to easy anti-cheat would be displayed at every game start if the user account control feature was enabled in Windows. There's an asterisk there which says, please note that this pop-up will only be displayed the first time you start the game with the UAC feature enabled. And finally, fixed a bug where rapidly closing NVIDIA Ansel after it was open caused the game to run at 1 frame per second. Wow, that must have sucked. Cool, so that's it. That's very brief patch notes this time, not the usual detail that we expect. We'd normally get it in a blog post with some top and tail about what they've done and why, a summary, some more around some of the big things that they've introduced. There's nothing here. We were really hoping for PvP. There's nothing in Title Update 5 about PvP being added. I've noticed as well in the game that when you pause in the pause menu, you get those hints at the bottom corner that you can cycle through. There are now 96 of those, so the game started with 90. After Title Update 4, we got a 91st one, and now there are 96. And if you read them, I have updated my guide on my blog about these. I'll put a link. They now have mention of the new Tier 1 system. So what this is, I'll explain, seeing as they haven't bothered to. Tier 1 is for players who reach level 30. If you go into where you would normally go to the tap map and the loadout, there is a new tab in there called Tier 1. When you reach level 30, you can optionally activate Tier 1. Tier 1, I assume it's Tier 1 of more tiers. What it does when you activate Tier 1, it means that what you would have earned as XP in the game now gets earned as points towards tier progression. And it basically enables dynamic difficulty in the game. The higher up the tiers you get, the more difficult the game will get, as well as averaging the tier level of your squad. So the higher your average tier level of your squad, that'll be the difficulty that the game plays at if you're playing with squad members. And also it offers you special tier rewards, and there are weapon pickups, I think, for playing when Tier 1 enabled. So, sounds interesting. No mention of it here whatsoever. I don't know what Ubisoft are playing at with this patch release. It's weird. It's unlike the others. There's no graphic, there's no detail, there's no summary. It's really strange. Anyway, guys, hopefully my explanation of the Title Update 5 patch notes has been of use to you. If you've noticed anything else that hasn't been fixed, or any bugs in the game that haven't been mentioned here or that haven't been addressed yet in the game, you should probably go onto the Ghost Recon forum and post them there so that the mods can pick them up and pass them to the devs to add to the queue of things to be fixed. They also have on there a list of known issues, which you might want to check out if you're really into following what has and hasn't changed in the game. And yeah, overall this has been kind of disappointing in a way. We've waited quite a long time for Title Update 5. There were only a few weeks between Title Update 2, 3 and 4, and now it's been over a month between Title Update 4 and the release of Title Update 5. And I tell you, anyone who's watched my videos, if you've been watching my series and watching my gameplay through, it's a very long series. It's nowhere near as long as it should be, because I got up to about episode 140 and I found the bug on Xbox One, where if you play, here's the bug, if you're not aware of the bug, if you play Ghost Recon Wildlands with a second profile, it will screw up the data on those two profiles. It will end up merging them, so you'll get merged map discovery, you'll get merged skill points, skill tree unlocks, resource collection, you'll get merged weapon and accessory pickups. It'll lock you out of picking up accessories or weapons on the account that you haven't collected them on. It will screw up all of your progression. It may lock progress on some provinces. Basically everything gets merged and it all gets screwed up. It's a real mess, and they knew about this, and in the known issues list online that I just mentioned, they did post saying that this was fixed. However, on further investigation in the forums, they confirmed unfortunately this has been fixed, so it doesn't happen to new players. It cannot be fixed retrospectively for where it's happened to existing players. So I got onto support and I ran them through very detailed what problems were with screenshots, videos, links, everything I could think of to give them evidence. They assessed it all and came back and said, this is unfixable. This can't be undone. This screw up is pretty much permanent. So the only recourse is to start again, unfortunately. Start the game again on a new save on the same profile, which is what I've had to do. It's a bit of a shame. If any of you guys have experienced that bug and were hoping for a fix to it, I don't know what to say. I guess we're all shit out of luck. I've invested, I think I've invested about, by the time I noticed the bug, 58 hours or so in the game, more or less. And yeah, basically start over. So not the news some of us wanted to hear. If you're on Xbox One and you were affected by that bug in particular, great for anyone starting the game. If you're on Xbox One, this won't happen to you now, but for the rest of us, that sucked. Rant over anyway, guys. I hope this video has been of use to you. You haven't had to do too much reading and you've got something from my insights. If you have, drop a like or a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to make sure you don't miss out on any more of my videos and episodes. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.